Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about a subject of what is the key to solving all life's problems. Well, honestly, there's not really a perfect solution to all this, to solving everything and to solving everybody's problem. But I think that the first step goes with figuring out what is the problem in your life, what is the problem that you have in your life, and once you've determined what it is, what steps you need to take in order to fix that. There's some things that are easier to fix and other things that are harder to fix. If, for example, you feel that you are overweight and you need to lose weight, well, the first step is, well, how can I change my way of life? How can I change my diet? How can I go to the gym more? How can I take care of myself more? Same goes with if you have a lack of money, or let's say the lack of money. Well, the thing is that if you have a lack of money, well, the easiest and most simple thing is figure out a way to get a second job or to find a better job that pays a little more if you are healthy enough to do that. If you aren't and you're having issues, well, then you have to determine how can you figure out a way to make money at home or find a way to spend less, because there's also people who do make a substantial amount of money, but the thing is that because they we'll say that because they spend too much money going out, or they spend too much money on frugal stuff or going to Starbucks, or it's the macro spending, then, well, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be difficult for you to sustain yourself if you are even making a good amount of money, but you are just overspending it, be it on food, be it on clothes, be it on whatever it is. And that's the real problem, is that first you need to determine what is the problem that you really have, and then once you've determined what that problem is, once you've determined what it is, then you need to figure out steps in order to achieve solving that resolution. Now, there's other things where you are thinking about, like, I don't know, plastic surgeries, or you're thinking about how to not work at all anymore, or how to better your health because you have a very bad condition. Once again, then it just takes common sense, like going to doctors or stuff like that. Sometimes things just can't change. Sometimes if you're unhappy in life, again, you have to first of all determine the problem. If you're an alcoholic, it's the same thing as goes with alcoholism, for example. If you're an alcoholic, but you can't determine the fact, or tell yourself, accept the fact that you are actually an alcoholic, then you won't actually be able to take that problem. But then even then, it's really kind of up to you in a certain way to kind of realize that there is a problem, and that problem needs to be solved only by you, because you are your own person. So you can complain about things, and a lot of people do complain about things, but they don't really take the necessary steps in order to fix those things. So if you don't take those necessary steps to even be vulnerable, to accept the fact that there's things that need to be changed, then you won't be able to do it. There's one thing, for example, a lot of times people can have fights amongst friends and family and stuff like that, but a lot of people will have too much pride in themselves, too much fact of like, nah, this is what I believe, this is what I believe, this is what has been said, this is what I believe, and the person was wrong. But sometimes by being angry about stuff, by not wanting to accept that sometimes people make mistakes, or sometimes you just need to be just accepting that what's for the best. Is it better to be angry at someone for life, or is it better to be able to be modest in whatever thought we had, and maybe try to take a step back, kind of understand what the other person was thinking or was saying, and then just go from there and be able to overcome that and be able to basically just be able to be modest and be able to say I forgive you, or be able to say, okay, well, things can change from now on, but it's only up to you to be that person that has less pride, that has enough inner sense of looking at oneself inside their own thoughts and inside what other people are dictating to them, and not just being a follower, but also being a thinker and a listener too, because you do have to listen to outer point of views, because they can also help. And that's why people go and seek help in different places depending on what their problem is. But I do think that a lot of times life problems are not as bad as we think they are. They're bad at the moment, but if you can't remember them a week or two later or months later, it's kind of like you get a scratch on your body and it bleeds. It really hurts at the moment, but then a couple months later you completely forgot that you had that scratch at some point in your life, and then you're good, you're ready to go. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.